If I could give you one advice of anything whatsoever, is to know not to stop fighting when there's something wrong with you. I've been having breathing problems, as well as swallowing, eating, and speaking, pain in my neck and throat. And I went to the hospital the other day, and they said that I had strain a muscle in my neck, and that they thought I had strep, but they did the swab that they do there, and it came back negative, and they sent it out. They said if you don't get a call from us, to just assume that it came back negative. Well, I made a checkup with my doctor, like you do after you go into urgent care or the hospital or whatever. And come to find out, that swab came back positive. Now, my friend just went through the same thing, and he didn't double check to make sure that the swab came back positive or negative. And he ended up having to be hospitalized for about a month. His liver and kidneys were damaged. From now on, if he does get strep, he immediately has to get on very high antibiotics, because it will start shutting down his system again. So I was very scared when they said strep, because I have known that this hospital just so happens to kind of like brush off strep if the original swab is negative. So I had my concerns from day one, which is why I wanted to make sure I had to follow up with my doctor. So I had to follow up with him, and come to find out it was positive. He said that they should have put me on antibiotics while I was at the hospital if they even thought that I had it, as a precaution. Just because I had the symptoms, I had the evidence in my throat. So he immediately put me on antibiotics today. I've come to find out, like I said, it came back positive. So, and then with my muscles and my joints, he is pretty sure I have rheumatoid arthritis. Now, rheumatoid arthritis is diagnosed by a blood test, but if your levels aren't high enough in that blood test, a rheumatologist may or may not see you at this hospital, and particularly if they are not positive, they will not see you. So he wants me to continue the meds that I'm on, which will help with it, but also try to kind of find other ways to cope with it myself, because he can't put me on any more painkillers than I already have, because a certain painkiller I'm on reacts to other painkillers and can cause severe issues. So he wants me to keep dealing it with the way I'm dealing with it now. Cleaning 20 minutes a time, taking rest, just knowing how much my body can handle at a time period. He is sending me to neurology to make sure that it is not a nerve or brain problem or anything like that. So he is going to seek an alternate direction for now, just to make sure and rule that out, which is great, because I've been having migraines too, and they're on the right side of my brain, and my left side is the one that's being affected. So there is a possibility it could be something in my head, in my brain, like we have tumors in our brains that runs in the family, cancer and stuff. So he wants to make sure that he rules out that area as well, just to make sure that there's nothing going on, because I do have the neck pain in the back of my neck, which if you have pain in your neck, it can affect your the rest of your body, because your skeleton is affected by it. So he wants to make sure that he covers every ground and just double checks everything. And that's what you need for a doctor. If you don't think your doctor is doing enough, then 10 to 1, he or she is not doing enough. So always switch your doctors, always push them. If you have concerns, make sure you tell them. If I didn't fight to find out what was wrong with me, I wouldn't have not gotten diagnosed with fibromyalgia 4 years ago. It took me 6 years to figure out what was wrong with me. So with that being said, that is seeing multiple doctors, having numerous diagnoses ruled out, and it just tons and tons of tests and labs and just many things done. All right, if you have a medical issue, okay, especially if it is affecting your daily life like mine does, fibromyalgia affects every single part of your body, and it's different for everybody. That's why it's so hard to diagnose, and the diagnosis literally is to rule out everything else. So if you know that there's something wrong with you and it is affecting your life, whether it is or not, go see a doctor, push for it, find out what is wrong with you, okay? Especially mental health. If you're depressed or sad or uninterested in anything, those are the first signs of mental health problems. All right. I personally did not get help for my mental health problems. I am now. I do feel a lot better, unfortunately, with this leg problem that I have going on. It is really debilitating, not even just in my body, but in my mind. I am a mother of 3. I am also a military wife. I spend 90% of my time at home alone, and I have 3 children that I have to take care of by myself. And I got to do that every day, 24/7. I can't tap out. And there's time periods where I can't even walk downstairs, but I have to do it anyways because I have children and those children need me. So if you have any kind of problems, please seek help. You are the only one that can fight for your own health, of the health of your mind and your body and even your soul. All right, I am not, a very God-sending person. I am a pagan, but we still believe in purity of the soul. If your belief is to pray to God for your soul to be blessed and be purified, that's all for you. We pray to our gods for the same reason. So I pray that your guys' soul's health and physical health become better and happier life for you. But remember, your happiness does not start with your partners, with your children. It starts with yourself. If you cannot make yourself happy, then nobody else is going to make you happy. You are the only one that can make you happy. Just like I am the only one that can make me happy. My happiness never falls on my husband's shoulders. Just like him, he had to go active duty to make him happy. Now he's active duty, has been active duty for 3 years now, after 12 years in the reserves, and he is the most happiest person I know. He's a grump most of the time, but that's military being military. But just do better for yourself. Do better for your children. Do better for your spouses. Whatever is going to make you happy make sure you do it, but make sure what makes you happy is also healthy for you to do. Okay? Do not destroy your body in the process of making yourself happy. You only get one body, one life. Live it to the fullest. Unfortunately, my life consists of pain. And that's a perfect example, you know? I know that I may not live until I'm 70 or 80 years old. So I'm going to do whatever I can now to make me happy and to live one day at a time and make sure that I just have a full, wonderful life as best as I can. If that means I gotta get around with a cane or a walker, then so be it. My butt's still getting around. So just do whatever works for you. Fibromyalgia is not easy. It is not meant to be easy. But it will make you a stronger person. It's all up to you on how you take it.